Hello and welcome back here to Prior's Flat, Hexham, and what's a gorgeous evening here, or just coming up the evening time. Tynedale have taken up the chase. 224 they need to win. They're 39 for 1 in the 14th over, and it's Jaden who's just bowled to Crichton, who's driven that one, and it's well stopped in the extra cover area across to the left, towards the tennis courts there. But they get a single, and Crichton goes to 8 with that one, and it's 40 for 1 now. Now that brings Fletcher on to strike, Ollie Fletcher. He opened yesterday, he's got his chance in the absence of Mannion. He got 12 yesterday, so he's nearly doubled that score. So here he is now facing up to Denithi again. He's forward and plays and misses outside the off stump, and it's through to Wiley, the wicketkeeper, and there's no run. So we've lost 1 or 2 spectators from the ground as the day pushes on, or the afternoon here at Hexham pushes on. We've still got plenty on the benches and on the seats on the bank side across to the right there, and a couple down at the house end and a few over at the scoreboard. Not much noise coming from the players' balcony to the left at the moment, but there's Denithi again to Fletcher, who just plays this one off to the leg side this time, and it's fielded there by Thirlwell at short mid-wicket. It was a full ball, angled perhaps on middle and leg there, and he dealt with it safely enough, did Fletcher. Now here he is, he faces up again with 1 slip and a gully. Fletcher from Denithi now, he's forward and plays this square out towards the tennis courts again, and they go through for a single this time. So Fletcher, he moves to 23, if that's scoreboard, I didn't hear the beep, so that's the end of the over anyway, the end of the 14th, and it's 43 for 1, Fletcher 23, Crichton 9. The man out is Tom Cant. He went when the score was at 26, as the first wicket. He went for 10. It was a really crashing shot, well caught in the extra cover, in the covers, so the captain of Tynedale had to go, and we're going to have Wood to bowl now for the new over. Now let's see if he gets his flight as immaculate as he did yesterday, in yesterday's game. But he's going to bowl to Fletcher, so there's no slips now. There's a man deep square of the wicket on each side. Short this time down the leg side, and he just tickles that one round the corner up towards the fine leg boundary. It's Luke Denithi who's in pursuit. He throws it in now, and that's a long throw up to the far end from us here and from him. So there's 2 more to the total. That goes to 45 for 1, and Fletcher's gone to 25. Now here he is again, facing up to Wood. And he comes now and bowls, and it's full, and it's played up the ground and slightly under the offside, up there to deep mid-off, and there's no run. So here's the next ball now. The sun out here at Prior's Flat. Bowls, and that one's again on middle stump, drifting down the leg side, and it's turned out there towards square leg where it's thrown in now, and I think that was Brown who fielded it across there, and they get 1, so that brings Crichton on to strike. Fletcher's gone to 27, the score goes to 47 for 1 in the 15th. The target 224 to win for Tynedale. Now here's Wood again now. Bowls, and that's short, and that's pulled, and that may be 6, yes. 6 for Jamie Crichton. And umpire Davidson, quick in the signal there up to the scorers to our left here. So that's the 50 up for Tynedale. 53 for 1 in the 15th. Crichton went to 15 with that shot. The ball's back with Wood now at the top end. Yeah, here he comes now, over the wicket. And Crichton's well forward that time, down on one knee, and just smothers the ball out onto the offside where it's fielded there at extra cover. And there's no run. Now here's Wood again, quickly back, changing the field here. Mid-on has gone back to the boundary. There's still a deep mid-off in place. And here's Wood, up he comes and bowls. and that's again drifting to leg, but it's turned round the corner this time by Crichton, but straight to Dunithy there, who's fielding at square leg, and there's no run. And that's the end of the 15th over. 53 for 1. Crichton 15, Fletcher 27. And the field all changes round here for Stocksfield. And it's 171 now. 171 to win for Tynedale. On 9 wickets for Stocksfield to take. It's been a batter's afternoon so far. Fletcher faces up now, the right-hander, with one slip in a gully. It's Jay Dunithy bowls down the leg side through to Wiley, the wicket-keeper, who flings himself to the left to take that one. And there's no run again. I think the football on the telly in the clubhouse is attracting a bit of attention at the moment. But here's Dunithy again, he's on his way, and we're just losing a couple of spectators next to us here, and that one's on the pad, and there's half a shout there, and it's not out. It's still 53 for 1. And we're due a drinks break any time. Not after this over, after the next over. We've had 2 drinks breaks in the first innings, so we'll have one after the 17th and possibly after the 34th. So here's Jay Dunithy in again now, past umpire Heslop and bowls. There's a nice drive from Fletcher, but it goes straight to the fielder there at mid-off, and there's no run. Fletcher just practices the shot again, and he steps back in his crease now. Crichton having a little word to umpire Heslop down at this end. Dunithy will go away from us to bowl to Fletcher again. One slip in place, a gully, a deepish point, an extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, a mid-wicket, a square leg and a fine leg. So in goes Dunithy now and bowls to Fletcher, and Fletcher's forward to a well-pitched ball there, and the ball runs out into cover point, and it's picked up off the ground, and there's no run. So it's still 53 for 1. 224 the target, 171 to win for Tynedale, or 9 wickets to take for Stocksfield. Dunithy now with the ball. Jay Dunithy sets off now. A little walk to start with. In he goes. There's a swing and a drive this time from Fletcher into the offside. It goes straight along the ground, and that's Archer there, fielding just in front of that protective matting over on the tennis court side. So again, there was no run there. It's still 53 for 1. And there's been plenty of deck chairs and summer chairs out here at Prior's Flat today. As Dunithy's in again, bowling to Fletcher. There's a swing, and it's shot off the face, and it's going up towards deep point, deep backward point, and there's a back up there. We got a double play here. No, we haven't. Fletcher there set off for the second, and Crichton sent him back, and that's the end of the over. Is it? No, it's not the end of the... Yes, it is. Everybody's just... Wiley, the wicketkeeper there, captain of Stocksfield, set off. He was the first to notice and set off down the other end, and now umpire Heslop and umpire Davidson come up to speed with the action on the field. So they disappear at the end of the 16th over, that one was. And we'll just break off and bring you the score there. 54 for 1 wicket Tynedale, and they're chasing 224 to win. So it's 170 now to win for Tynedale. And they've already lost their captain Tom Cant. And here's Wood again, who starts the new over. In he goes and bowls. And Fletcher just defends this one out along the ground to mid-wicket, and there's no run. And he's got the ball back again now. Here he comes. Slow bowler. Over the wicket, a big waft of the arms before he bowls. That's short, and Fletcher's on the back foot trying to drive it away there. But it goes straight along the ground, and Archer half stops it the first time, then picks it up the second time. Now here's Wood again, quickly back, he's in again to bowl. Full this time, and there's an edge, and it's come between wicketkeeper and short third man. It's a sliding stop over to our left near the third man boundary, and 2 runs there to Fletcher. He's gone to 20. He's gone to 30. Yes, it's. Will the scoreboard change there? 30 he's gone to. The score will have gone to 56. And here's Wood again now. Bowls down the leg side this time, and Fletcher just stays in his creases while he takes the bails off there. And the ball went through. Just tried to turn his body on at that time, did Fletcher, while he's just putting the bails back on. Now here's Wood again. Mid-on, deep mid-on has dropped up to the long-on boundary now at the top end. Now Wood's in towards us. Bowls, and that one gets Fletcher back in his crease, defending down and slightly a yard off the pitch to the leg side, and there's no run there. So 168 Tynedale need now. 168. Now here's Wood again. 17th over. In he comes and bowls. Flights this one full, and it's driven by Fletcher. And on drive there, the front foot, but that's good fielding in the close mid-on position. And there's no run. That's the end of the 17th. 56 for 1 Stocksfield. Fletcher 30, Crichton 15, and the man out Tom Cant for 10. And as the field changes round here, it will be we've got the drinks breaks now, and they're on their way. Here's the drinks going out. I'd forgotten about that for a minute, but it's Daisy and Stacey on their way out there with the blackcurrant and the orange juice. So that's where we are at the moment, with drinks break in the second innings here. 56 for 1 Stocksfield, Tynedale. 56 for 1 Tynedale, chasing 224 to win off a maximum of 50 overs at the crease. Crichton 15 not out. He's already hit a 6, and Fletcher 30 not out. Second time in 2 days that Fletcher has opened the batting for the first team, and everything just gone a bit static here at Priors Flat at the moment. Most of the spectators now are across to our right on the bank side, up by the scoreboard there. There's one or two. Can see Dunhill up there, and Edwin Bell across at the over by the practice nets there. I think that's David Murray with them as well, but they're taking their time going clockwise round the field here at Priors Flat. Dave Murray with the hands in the pocket. I think all three of them have, but Dunhill's got his hands behind his back. He's got his sun hat on as well. He's just having a look at the all-weather practice wickets up there in the top corner. Looks to be holding court at the moment with the other two. But the players here, they're just enjoying the drink. The batsmen have had a drink, and the Stocksfield fieldsmen. They're all going to break off now. The umpires, I think Eddie Heslop had a drink there as well. So we're about to restart here with Tynedale 56 for 1, 168 shy of the winning target at the minute. We've had 17 overs of this second innings, and so there they're coming off, and Daisy, she's balancing them cups well. Hope she doesn't drop them. So she's just bringing them back off the field there for from the drinks break. So about to get underway again. Yeah, my name's being called from 2 or 3 different directions at the moment, but I don't know what they all want. They should watch the cricket. But yeah, it's 56 for 1 Tynedale, and we're going to have Denethy again to take up the attack from this end, from umpire Heslop's end, and he's going to bowl to Jamie Crichton. 15 not out. There's going to be no slips now, and Crichton the right hander, if you remember. We've got a fine leg, got a square leg, we've got a mid wicket, a mid off, a mid on, a deep cover point, a short third man, or a gully, And there's the first ball down the leg side of the new over, and while he doesn't quite manage to take it there, but he sprints after it and picks it up now, and we've got an extra cover in there as well. And Crichton with innings of 28, 33 not out, 2 and 23 in these last 4 innings. 23 yesterday down at Stocksfield, but here he is again from Denithy, and there's a nice cut shot for 4. He's hit it up to the tennis courts for 4 there. To the further side of the tennis courts, it was a short ball wide of the off stump, up on his toes there, and got a clean contact, and it raced just behind square up there, beat the fielder by about 10 yards to the boundary. So the score goes to 60 and Crichton's gone to 19. Here's Denithy again now, running in past umpire Heslop, bowling to Crichton, who's forward this time, defending into the covers, where it's picked up by Archer off the ground there. And there was no run, still 60 for 1. So it's 164 now to win for Tynedale. Here's Denithy again, moves in now to bowl to Crichton, and he came forward there, but I went too far and had to readjust, played with the bat just about on the wrong side of his front leg there, but he defended it well, back down onto the leg side, and the ball is getting a good polish now on the behind of one of the Stocksfield fielders. That looks like Luke Denithy, who throws it back to his namesake, and Jay Denithy, he's in again over the wicket he goes and bowls, and he drives high this time for 4, and that's up towards the tennis courts, and a nice appreciative round of applause there for that shot from Crichton. A little bit over pitched, just maybe a little bit of tiredness creeping in there, but it's gone to 64 for 1 now, the score for Tynedale. Crichton's gone to 23. So it's 160 now to win for the home side, or 9 wickets to take for the visitors today. As Denithy's in again now, Jay Denithy in bowls, and Crichton rather slipped his back foot there, but he got forward, defends it out into the covers again, where it's fielded, and there's no run off the last ball there. And the score at the end of that over, 64 for 1, Crichton 23 and 30 to Ollie Fletcher. And that's 18 overs gone now in this second innings here this afternoon. We've lost the sun again. Oh, I beg your pardon. We've lost the sun again here at Priors Flat, but Stacey Lavery, she's next to me here. She's on the mooch again. I think the camera's about to be put into use. So it's Ollie Fletcher to take up the strike this time from Wood, who's about to bowl again. Here he comes now and bowls, and Fletcher drives high, and it's over the head of deep mid-off there, and it's racing up towards the top boundary. So 4 signalled by umpire Davidson, so 68 now the total, 68 for 1. Fletcher's gone to 34, and that takes the winning margin down to 156. So here's Wood in again now. Bowls, and Fletcher drives this time again out to along the floor this time, and it rolls up there to wide mid-off, wide deep mid-off, and it's fielded nicely. No runs that time. Now here's Wood again, comes towards us. Bowls to Fletcher, who goes forward, then back, and then just defends it down into the ground, and it's fielded there at close mid-wicket on the over towards the tennis court side of the ground. And I don't know if you can hear them, but I think it might be evensong time at the Hexham Abbey, which we can see just over across to the right up in the town centre. You may not be able to hear them over the microphone here from Priors Flat, but here's Wood again, bowls. There's Fletcher forward this time in defence and pushes the ball back down the pitch, and Wood picks it up off the floor, and there's no run again. It's still 68 for 1. Wood just about to turn at the end of his run again. Now here he comes. No slips in place for Fletcher this time. Sun back out as Wood bowls again. Fletcher turns this one to the right of mid-wicket, but the fielder gets there quickly enough, and Fletcher doesn't get a run that time. There may just be one left in this over. I didn't see the signal from the umpire. Most of them do have a little signal, but it's Eddie Heslop who's just filling his card in. So dropping the field now, long off, 2 in the straight deep behind the bowler here. 1 down at deep square leg, a deep mid-wicket and a deep cover. Wood again now, bowls to Fletcher, who drives up for 1, up to a long on there at the top end. And that's, I think that may be the end of the over. As the ball comes in now, I think it is, yes. Umpire Davidson just hands Wood his cap back, and at the end of that one, the end of the 18th, the end of the 19th, that one, and it's 69 for 1, Tynedale. Crichton 23, Fletcher 35, and the field all changes round here, and it's going to be Denithi to carry on from this end, our end. And he's going to bowl to Fletcher. This is the 20th over, maximum of 50. A couple of the Newton brothers just walking across in front of us here. As in goes Denithi again, bowls to Fletcher, and that hits him on the pad, but it looked a little high from here, and the half shout there. And there was no run. It's still 69. 69 for 1, Tynedale. 155 now for the home side to win. 30 overs left after this one. We could be in for a long evening here at Prior's Flat, as in goes Denithi again, and that's down the leg side this time, and Fletcher doesn't even bother with that one, just watches it past to the wicketkeeper Wiley, and there's no run. Fletcher just settles himself again in his shirt sleeves up there. Right-handed. We've got a close man in at short extra cover there. We've got a gully in place, but no slips. Now here's Denithi in over the wicket again, bowls, and that's full on the leg stump, and it's clipped away. It's running up towards the house end, and I think it'll go for 4. It does. A nice shot there off his legs from Fletcher, so 4 more to the total. Down to square leg, across to the right. 73 for 1 now. Fletcher moves to 39. Crichton on 23. 151 now, the difference. The winning margin for Tynedale. Now in goes Denithi again. Bowls to Fletcher, who pushes this away square up towards the tennis court side, where it's fielded now and thrown in, and that's a high throw. Wiley has to jump, and he took the pace of it there, but it went over his head, but it's tidied up by the inner fieldsman there for Thirlwell, I think it was, who tidied up, and Crichton just moves through for what, it was Fletcher who moved through for 1 there, so he goes to 40, and Crichton on strike, 23 not out. 150 now the difference. Crichton drives a full ball that time, and a great plume of dust comes up. He drives it straight to Archer there along the ground in at extra cover, and there's no run. The old boys have found the seat up on that far side, the one dedicated to Walter Henricks. Just been set about here, set down at Prior's Flat, and here's Denithi in again over the wicket, bowling to Crichton, who's forward and just closes the face, and there's a fieldsman there at square leg, and he set off, but Fletcher sent him back, and there was no run, and I think that's the end of the over. It is the end of the 20th. 74 for 1, Crichton 23, Fletcher 40, and the man out so far was the captain Tom Cant for 10, and that was when the score was at 26. So this partnership here approaching 50. As the batsmen just have a little chatter in the middle. I do wonder what they're talking about. Probably anything or nothing. It's just all settled out there at the moment. We're in sort of the strung out phase here. It's not quite clear which way this match is going to go. we weren't sure yesterday. It looked as if it was going only one way until Stocksfield lost that first wicket. But here's Wood again bowling to Fletcher this time, and he's turned that round the corner up towards fine leg, and it's fielded there off the ground, and Fletcher doesn't run that time. It's still 74 for 1. He's 40 not out. He has a 50 already for the first 11, does Fletcher, and here's Wood again now about to bowl, and here he is. He comes up and bowls, and that one's turned to the leg side for 1 this time, up towards the tennis courts in mid-wicket, and they go through, and Fletcher adds 1 to his score, 41. The score goes to 75 now, so we're down to 149 the difference for Tynedale to win here. Still 9 wickets for Stocksfield to take. Field in now. Long on comes inside the circle as Wood's in now and bowls, and that's pulled away for 4. A lovely shot there, just dropped short from Wood, and Crichton was under Wood like a shot, and if he can play any shot, it's those leg side heaves, and he got hold of that one, kept it down between the fielders there at short fine leg and deep square leg. So 4 more to the total, 79 for 1 now. Crichton has moved to 27, 145 the difference. Tynedale are short of the winning margin here of 224. Wood again bowls, and that one's just clipped. They're going for 1, and the fielder has to move round to his left there from short fine leg, and they get through, and they do safely enough. 1 more to Crichton. He's gone to 28. The score goes to 80. So 144 the difference now. So it's Fletcher on strike, 41 not out. Here's Wood, who moves in past the umpire now to bowl. Full, and it's driven on the full. A nice stop there. It's close mid-wicket. I think that's Dunithy, who dives to his left across on the tennis court side there. So there was no run. Umpire Davison just holds up Wood a minute. Now he lets him go, and he comes again. He bowls, flights it up on the full, and he's hit it straight to the 6 runs over the head of the fielder at deep mid-wicket there, and it looks like, yes, it hit into the safety netting, and for a moment I thought he'd hit that, pulled that straight into the hands for a catch down there, but no, he hadn't. 6 runs at the end of the over there. It's 86 now for 1 Tynedale. Fletcher has gone to 47, Crichton 28 not out, and the difference now is 138. And this will be the 21st over coming up. So if you joined us at 6 o'clock for first evening broadcast here from the cricket on this doubleheader weekend on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening now, you're more than welcome to listen in as always here on the Cricket West Tyne programme, sponsored by the Royal Oak at Cornsey Colliery, the Canton Brislin Dairy Products, and the Experts in Business Consultancy, run by Kevin Stevenson, who's here today. In fact, I don't know exactly where he is now. He was walking about before, but he seems maybe he's disappeared inside to watch the football for just a little bit. But now we're going to have a change of bowler down this end. Is it Wood coming back on? We'll soon find out when I get a update from our scorer friend. He's in the box to our left, but here we go now. It's Brown who's come on. Yes, Brown, he's the spinner, and he's about to bowl from our end up past umpire Heslop, bowling to Crichton it is this time, and that one's a nice little late glance up towards the 3rd man boundary. They're going for 2, they've got it quite safely there, and the throw comes in up from 3rd man, and that's 2 more to the total. It's 88 now for 1. Crichton has moved to 32 with that one, and the difference moves down to 136 in the 22nd over here, a maximum of 50. So Brown it is to bowl again to Crichton. He's forward in defence this time, and the ball just drops down onto the leg side where it stops on the turf, and it's picked up quickly and return to the bowler. So Brown has it back again. He has a look round. There's a wide mid-off and a wide deep mid-on here. No slips. We've got a deep mid-wicket and a deep cover. Brown bowls this time, and that's down the leg side, and Wiley does well to take that one. Moving to his left there, stays on his feet. And Crichton it is who just sets himself again now. Here he is about to receive from Brown. Bit of flight that time, and it's tucked round the corner up towards the fine leg boundary, and that's a nice shot for 4. There was a bit of bounce in that shot there, a bit of bounce in the ball before he got to it and just moved across and put it very fine up towards the boundary there, and he gets 4 runs for it. So he's gone to 34. The score goes to 92 for 1 now, and the difference now goes to 132. Drive, and he's going to be out, is he? He's got it. Oh, brilliant catch from Archer there. Crichton's out at mid-off. Archer was. He didn't hit that right at all. It was a lofted drive, and you could tell by the noise it didn't come off right. And a nice low catch diving to his right there, Archer. So Crichton is gone. He's gone for 34 with the score at 92. Tynedale now 92 for 2 in the 22nd over. And a partnership there between these two of 76. And the new bat out for Tynedale, James Rainford. Just a solitary 4 runs yesterday. The right-hander he is. He's going up there towards the wicket now. So we'll take the rest of this over, and then we'll have a little break here on our 3rd broadcast this afternoon, and then it's our 4th broadcast actually here on Cricket West Tyne. But we'll see Rainford face his first ball first. 92 for 2 Tynedale in the 22nd. Now here's Brown again to Rainford this time. Brown bowling. Flights this one up, and he comes forward, and that's got away from him. He missed it altogether that time, Rainford, and Wiley behind the stumps can't quite believe how that one's missed. So there we go, the end of the 22nd over there. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes time. 25 minutes time, 6:45 we'll come back on. We'll be on the hour at 7 o'clock again, but we'll have a little break here for now. It's Tynedale pursuing 224 to win, or 92 for 2, and they require another 132 runs to win at this stage. So until 6:45 we'll be back on the air here on Cricket West Tyne. But for now, with Tynedale 92 for 2, still 132 short, we're in the 22nd over. I'll leave you for now. Speak to you again at 6:45.